Hi guys, today we are going to talk about AI. So what is AI? Artificial intelligence. We heard a lot, and it's overpowering all sectors of the economy. Not only internet and food, defense, education, healthcare, and number of sectors are being affected by it. So we have Risha with us, who is going to tell us more about AI and what are the concepts and history and types. But before that, it's very important for us to know who Rishabh is. So here is Rishabh. Please go.
Thanks. As a lead editor at SIS Certification, I, Rishabh Goel, have had the privilege of utilizing my extensive expertise and qualification to drive impactful audit and assessment. With an MTech degree from NIT Rourkela and a sound foundation from my previous university, I have honed my skills across various projects, positioning me as a versatile and accomplished professional. Now, as an MTech scholar, I am eager to embark on a PhD journey that will allow me to contribute significantly to the development of the food sector. My strong focus on the application of AI and data science aligns seamlessly with my passion for advancing knowledge and making a meaningful impact on food science. During my AI training program, I will cover a wide range of topics that will particularly emphasize on the areas such as basic concept of AI and machine learning. This will provide understanding of AI coupled with my practical experience and has equipped me with the necessary to tackle complex challenges. Whenever we talk about basic concept of AI and ML, it will cover the history of AI, the interrelation between the AI, ML and deep learning, their role in the food sector and different other sectors also. Along with that, we will also talk about different types of machine learning and AI techniques, their applications and their future scope. So that will cover in our training.
So, good afternoon all. We are going to talk about the basic concept of AI ML. Okay. So, as we all know, what is AI? AI is basically whenever we replicate the human intelligence, that is basically AI. So, there are different methods by which we can replicate the human intelligence. So, one of them is the machine learning, in which what we do is we take tons of data, we try to give to the machines, and by which these machines learn from these data. And there are different methods by which these learning can be happen, maybe with the help of supervised learning, maybe with the unsupervised learning, or maybe with the reinforced learning. So here are some example of these AI. For example, there are driverless cars are there in the market, by which we can drive the cars, and there is no requirement of any human in these cars. Other example is the recommendation system. There are multiple recommendation systems are there which can divide their customer based upon their preference. It is not just like that. It can be show you the similar kind of recommendation. For example, the Shivang recommendation may be differ from the Miss Pooja or whatever people is there. So it's totally depending upon what kind of data is fed to them. So Shivang history is quite different as compared to the Pooja history. So what's happened? The recommendation, whatever shown to the Shivang, is different as to the Pooja. So that is one of the example. Other example is the spam filtering. So as we know, whenever we open the Gmail actually segregate the emails based upon the different categories. It may be updates. Okay, they may be other spams. So they just segregate it. So how they segregate it? So basically what they do is they read all the emails, they select certain keywords, and based upon these keywords, they just segregate these emails. So whenever new email came, they just got to know that this email is spam. So they just categorize it as spam or as in junk or maybe as other categories. So that's how these examples actually work. So what AI basically costs to us? So they actually increase the computational power. So previously it's very hard to make a program which actually do these all things. But now, because we have more computational power in terms of GPU, now we are capable of doing these calculation and getting some results. Also, they also require lots of data. So big data we right now utilizing for training these algorithms. Again, we have better algorithms such as CNN and ANN, which works on these applications. And ChatGPT is one of the major example right now who work on the GPT, a better algorithm that's work now. And they also cater the broad investment and very easy way to that. So now the next important part is artificial narrow intelligence. So whenever we utilize the AI for a narrow task, maybe just one task, for example, translation work, or maybe the reply part. So whenever we speak, this speech application reply back to us. So these are one of the example of the artificial narrow intelligence. Then we have AGI, that is artificial general intelligence. So whenever we try to do multiple tasks, that comes under the AGI. So right now we have ChatGPT. What they can do, whenever we give anything to them, they report back to us with the lots of data. Even that data, it's look like is not there, but actually it's trained on lots of data and make these data from themselves. So these example of AGI. And then we have ASI. ASI is actually a latest technology. It is not in the market right now. People are working on that particle feed where these algorithm can work better than the humans. So humans are not capable of doing that part, but these algorithm can work on these kind of activities. So they comes under the ASI. So maybe in the future we may see some robots which can do better work than the human. So obviously they having the threats to the human jobs. And again, the main important part that we generally learned about the machine learning, deep learning, and how they are interconnected. So from the diagram, you can easily see that AI is the general term which comprises the machine learning, a smaller umbrella of it, and then deep learning. So whenever we talk about the machine learning, what it actually said that if we make an artificial intelligence machine with using a lots of data, then it comes under the machine learning. Maybe we can do that same thing with the help of some written some steps or codes, which comes under the programming part, but that are not the machine learning. So whenever we try to learn these machines from the data, that comes under machine learning. And when the learning algorithm is lots of networks, there are lots of bigger size of algorithm, that comes under the deep learning. And that's why right now the deep learning things are quite in the market. And as I earlier told you, these are the machine learning types. So how we are training the algorithm. So it's based upon that, it classified in these different categories. So one is supervised learning. So what happened in supervised learning? We give the data, also we give the output, whatever we require. For example, let's suppose we have certain features of the houses. So we have the square feet, how much square feet of the house is, how many rooms they have, okay, what localities have, and we want to predict the value of the house. So these kind of house price prediction we can do with the help of supervised learning, where we have the input data in terms of these square feet area and the number of rooms and other details as an input, and output we have the prices. So startingly we just train these information on these algorithm. Then whenever we input these square feet area, locality, number of rooms, it will directly give you the output value of the house. This way the supervised learning work. And the second types of algorithm, we have the unsupervised learning, in which we don't have an output at all. It just try to find the features between them. So what they do is, let's suppose we have the recommendation system. So if the person preferences have the similar characteristic, similar patterns, what they will do, they will categorize the similar types of thing in a same cluster, and they will recommend the same into the same people. So let's suppose we have the customer A and customer B, and they both have the similar kind of taste regarding the movies. So what will these Netflix recommendation do is, they will show the same type of recommendation to both the peoples, because they classify them as in cluster them in a single cluster. So that's way these unsupervised learning works. And if we talk about reinforced learning, what will happen? They work on the penalty and the reward system. That's how we actually human learn. So whenever we are baby, so if anything right we do, our parents give us a reward. Okay, so from that we understood it is a right thing. And if we do anything wrong, our parents penalize us, okay, or punish us. So that's where we learn this is right or this is wrong. So this way we also can train our model. These comes under the reinforced learning, and they help us to make the policies. So policy is going to help us or not, this can be decided with the help of reinforced learning. So driverless cars is one of the example for the reinforced learning. And then we have the semi-supervised learning, which is the between part of the semi-supervised or unsupervised learning, such as test classification, ChatGPT, that comes under the semi-supervised learning. I have already told you in this manner they can label the things, they can tell the value of the things by the data. So we have the inputs such as color, shape, and output we have the labelings. We train the model, and whenever we give any picture to the model, they will definitely tell you it is strawberry, apple, or whatever it is. This way we do the supervised learning. And this is the example for the supervised learning, classification and the regression. Next, we have the unsupervised learning. For that, you can easily see they make the cluster and do the things based upon these clusters. So these are the clustering example. And last that we have discussed regarding a reinforce. So it basically reward or penalize the agent, whatever is learning from that, and decided it is output is right or wrong. So that way how these different architecture work. Now neural network came into the picture, which actually capable of doing all these three different types of things: supervised learning work, unsupervised learning work, and reinforced learning. All these neural network can do. So these are the smaller structure of the neural network, which actually take the input, they do some processing here and give the output. So here you can see input, some processing, and the output. But with the passage of time, we have you can say a diverse kind of neural network, okay, which having input and multiple processing units, and then the output. Because of that comes under deep learning. So whenever we have a multiple processing layers, we consider it a deep learning, and which can computationally very extensive and require a high computational power to do that. So we have these kind of example of the deep learning. We have the NLP models such as ChatGPT, Copilot, which can do it. Beside that, we also have the computer vision system. What they can do is they can classify or object detection, basically they can do, and they will tell you what exactly this thing is. It's car, people, or whatever it is. And also right now we have robots here in the market, which also based upon the